I'm Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for a drive.
...2018 Ford Fusion.
Sport. But the best part of the sport is that sport actually means sport.
All-wheel drive sport.
All-wheel drive, EcoBoost 2.7 liter turbo.
Horsepower and torque.
325 and 380 pound-feet of torque.
Is that class leading?
I believe so. This car is actually decently fast. I don't mind the speed whatsoever.
I think you think it's faster than it is because it has pumped-in audio.
It definitely helps. It sounds pretty good for what it is. Ford claims there's virtually no turbo lag. There's definitely turbo lag.
Is it down low?
Oh, it's down low. You send it and then you gotta wait, and there it is. This is not a car to send it in, but it's the most send you can get in this class.
Similar to the Legacy, this is a dad car.
Yes, it is.
It's a comfortable four-door sedan, chillin', cruising, kind of like the Pontiac Grand Prix was.
Kind of, but this is way better.
Grand Prix, Grand Am, GTP.
Those were cool.
That's such a dad car, though.
They were cool, yeah.
So since this is all-wheel drive, its main competition is the Legacy, right?
Yes, the Subaru Legacy, which is the symmetrical all-wheel drive version, yes.
So we'll be calling back to that in our review a little bit to see which parts are better.
So watch that one as well. This is a 6-speed auto. There's no CVT. Thank you, Ford.
Oh,
Just
point Ford.
Maybe continue building it, though. All right, time for a little cliche corner send to test out this suspension, and it's actually good. The steering feel is way better than that Legacy, way better. It doesn't feel like it's body roll central either. It can actually take some corners.
If you had the car full of kids, you were leaving the rest stop and you needed to get to the campsite before dark.
You would win in this.
Yeah.
You would beat Uncle Larry in this if Uncle Larry was in the Subaru Legacy. It is actually really comfortable to drive. The suspension is really good. Over potholes and all that stuff, it's really, really well damped because it's actually adjusting the damping every couple seconds. It actually has a pothole detection system.
No way.
Yeah. This does not have adaptive suspension, but it's always adjusting the damping automatically. You can't actually put it in a sport and get firmer shocks. It's just automatically always doing something to try and control that for you.
But this does have a sport button.
Yeah, it does have a sport button, and it's the only button on the stupid shifter.
Yeah, okay, the knob shifter is weird, but without that knob shifter, how much trickier would it be to get to this cup right here?
It would be a little bit trickier.
Small ice cap test. It's
because
summer.
It's summer, yep. It passes.
It passes. I don't know if a small cup will fit. Don't really care right now.
No, it's middle of summer. Deal with it.
Deal with it.
To help with other corners that aren't as good as Cliche Corner, or Cliche Corner, if you find out where that is, don't tell anyone if you know, it actually has active torque vectoring, but it's through the brakes. We've done a lot of Fords. We've done a lot of Lincolns. They have a very storied history with the visors.
Oh.
Yeah. They usually pass. 3, 2, 1. Yes!
Perfect.
Full pass. You know why? They usually have a little logo, but this one actually doesn't have that, unfortunately. That's pretty much it for the drive. Overall, very comfortable, relatively sporty for this class. Let's get into looks. What's your favorite angle on this car?
My favorite angle is a thing, and it's that they actually got the exhaust pipes perfect.
So the rear end?
No, just the exhaust pipes.
Okay, fair enough. I really do like the exhaust pipes as well.
Think about that. When's the last time you saw a 2018 with real, like, dual exhaust, comes out like that, and it's actually real?
Dual quad.
Yeah, like, think about that.
Quad dual.
Think about that super hard. We're going to spend some more time on that. We're not going to show you what it sounds like, because whatever, but look how cool it looks.
It does look really, really cool. Those exhaust pipes are so well done.
More manufacturers do that.
Don't do fake stuff.
I'm looking at you, AMG. Just kidding. Do what you're doing.
Yeah. I like that the Sport gets a little spoiler. It's very small, but it's there.
Kind of like your Lexus?
Kind of. This one's a little bit lower, though.
The front end's pretty cool.
The front end is great. I've always liked every generation of Fusion. This one's the most aggressive. This is the one that looked like an Aston Martin when it came out.
Yeah. It's got that Ford Focus-y looking grille. It's just the Ford grille. It's good.
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense. But they're not going to make it anymore, so apparently you guys weren't buying enough. I like the wheels. They're not my favorite, but they look pretty good. These are unique to the Sport.
I think my favorite thing is the color.
Yeah, the color's nice. The metallic in it, you can actually see it sparkle in the sun.
It is almost as nearly as good as the Mazda Red.
Almost?
Almost nearly as good.
I think the Mazda Red is really, really good.
That's what I'm saying.
It takes the cake. Yeah.
Almost nearly as good.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You know what's weird about the front bumper?
Tell me.
The asymmetrical grille at the bottom.
I didn't notice that. You looked really closely and it bothered you. Did it bother you or did you just notice it?
I noticed it. It's just odd. I don't like it, but I don't not like it either.
No issues.
However,
if you got fake grills at all, like, you can do whatever you want. Who cares?
And there's some chrome there as well. But my favorite part is they actually have the block heater plug built into it, so there's no weird cable dangling out.
When I was a kid, I never knew what that was.
Me neither.
Okay, and if you don't know what that is, you plug that into your car, and it's a little block heater that heats up your coolant, so when you start your car in the morning, your car's already warmed up. Really important for cold places like Quebec.
And just generally all of Canada and the northern United States. Do you think the sport name matches the overall look of this car?
Medium.
Yeah, I would agree. I
Like-
do like the different grille, but overall it's not that sporty, but I like that the sport gets a better engine. They actually made the sport
Yeah.
name mean something.
Opposite fit sport.
Exactly.
You may know by now that we're partnered up with Kijiji. They do used cars, and now they do new cars as well.
Yeah, so you can actually buy new cars just like the one we're driving, the Ford Fusion, on Kijiji. So check it out. This is one of the top listed models on Kijiji right now.
So if you're looking for a comfortable dad car,
There you go.
start browsing.
A little bit of send with it too.
Send it into your Kijiji alerts
Yeah.
using the app.
All right, Yuri, you want to drive?
Yeah, I do.
All right, time for you to send a little bit.
Comfort send.
Comfort send. You gonna do a little send?
No,
Oh, okay.
I gotta talk about infotainment. It's got Ford Sync 3, no rewinding satellite radio stations. We have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
Which I like, and I appreciate that they do that.
But as an Apple user, I'm not going to use Apple Maps because I don't feel like getting lost and stuck in traffic.
Yep.
What I really like is there's a nice little slot right here. You can put your cell phone in and use Google Maps.
Yeah, it's actually really nice for that, and the cubby hole behind it, it's really accessible.
Yeah, you got a lot of room. This doesn't rewind satellite radios though.
You already said that.
Yeah, okay, but I'm like,
Okay, but you already said that.
no Fords do that,
No, they don't.
but everyone else does.
Maybe Sync 4 or 5 will have it.
Yeah, maybe Sync 7.
Maybe.
2030, here we come. What did I complain about on the infotainment on the Focus ST?
That there wasn't enough buttons.
There are almost enough buttons now.
I like that there's buttons, but the layout was kind of weird, the sizes and the shapes of them.
I didn't mind. I was able to find everything right away. I was able to put on my cooled seats, which are so cold.
Thank you for putting cooled seats in this today.
They're like the nicest cooled seats ever.
They are actually.
What it doesn't have is full climate controls.
Yeah, it doesn't. It actually just has a couple buttons for not everything, but
Yeah.
only certain
So
things.
you can do auto, temp, and fan speed. But say I turn my fan speed, where do I want my vents to go? I need to click the infotainment to go to climate and then use that system,
Exactly.
which still kind of sucks.
And the part that sucks, just like every other Ford Sync system, is your heated steering wheel is in the infotainment.
When it comes to our gauges, we've got a cool speedometer in the middle, nice blue needle. It's very easy to see.
It is.
We got 2 screens on the side with a bunch of stuff. You get your entertainment, navigation, phone calls on the right. On the left, I have all your settings. When you go into paddle mode, it'll kick into your RPMs. That's nice. It's got a lot of good info there.
I don't like the RPM gauge. It's so digital and slow.
Oh yeah, it's useless. But
Yeah,
the fact that there's info there is good.
it's true. They could have just not added it, so I guess it's good that it's there, but it's really laggy.
It's a lot like the Ford Focuses. So if you've used those before, you'll be comfortable here. Now I want to talk about something that I don't like.
What's that?
The interior materials here.
Why? Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry, I had a good look.
We recently drove the Subaru Legacy and the materials in there were so much better.
Yeah, as I say that, I'm holding on to this plastic handle, which is really stiff.
My favorite material is this side material that the seats are made out of. It's the gray with the holes.
Yes, and we actually have some fake carbon fiber, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, but then this is like,
That's a little bit soft, but
It's
the stuff
soft,
underneath it,
but
this
it
all
looks bad.
Yeah, all of this is hard plastic. But sides over here
yeah,
are
that's
nice and
good.
comfortable.
For a dad car, it'd be fine. The Legacy is more comfortable.
Yes, it is.
Just as in the Legacy, this does have great A-pillar visibility.
I think the A-pillars are a little bit thicker in this.
They are, but you do have those little windows so you can see fine. In the GTCs we were driving, did you notice when you were turning left, that whole section was blind?
Yeah, I didn't really mind though.
Yeah, I don't mind either.
What's that? Like,
Da, 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 da.
all right, cool. The seats are really comfortable in here. They're not as comfortable as Subaru Legacy, but they are comfortable.
They are more firm, but I think just as comfortable. But it is harder for me to get both hands on the steering wheel while having both my elbows on the armrests.
It's still good for me for that.
Yeah, for tall people.
Yes.
What I do like about this car, ratcheting headrests.
There you go.
I haven't done a cliche corner send in a while.
Yeah, I guess you haven't. All right, give it a little bit of a send.
I just don't feel like sending in this car.
Yeah.
It's sport, but I'm not sporty in this.
No, this is a family send, so you kind of take it like at a, I don't know, 60% send.
Slow enough that nobody freaks out.
Yeah. Your children are going to start yelling at you, Dad, I lost my Game Boy.
Yeah,
No one has Game Boys anymore.
Game Boys are the best. Leave a comment below what your favorite Game Boy game was. Mine was Pokemon Blue.
Of course it was.
What was yours?
No, I actually had a Sega. What was the Sega one?
Game Gear.
I had a Game Gear.
What was your favorite Game Gear game?
The basketball one.
NBA Jam
Yeah.
TV.
It was
Yeah.
really good.
I've got a very large video game collection. You might not know that about me. I also really liked the Crash Dummies game for Game Boy.
That's
Tetris is a
weird.
classic. What else was there?
All right, enough about that. Back to the car. This does have a bunch of active safety.
Wait.
What?
Before you talk about that, why aren't you wearing a Straight Pipe shirt?
Oh yeah, we've been filming too much, and I don't have any more clean shirts.
We got a merch store. Buy
gotta-
some Straight Pipe shirts.
Hit up that merch store. I gotta do it too.
Okay, back to that thing you were talking about.
Link in the description below. Back to active safety and all that stuff. This does have adaptive cruise and lane keep assist, Adaptive works really well. Lane keep assist is very, very minimal.
Yeah, you can feel it though.
It is lane departure assist, so basically once you go beyond the lane, it'll kind of reel you back in. But turning it off was a bit of a pain. You actually have to go through the menu on the left.
But I'm used to that from the Ford, so it's no worries for me.
I want physical buttons just like the Subaru Legacy.
Oh, and the Kia, all the buttons on the bottom left.
Exactly.
That's where all my driving aid buttons should be in every single car, right
exactly.
here.
Even Mazda does that. A lot of manufacturers do that.
It's pronounced Matsuda.
It's actually pronounced Mazda.
Whatever. We'll say it wrong no matter what. At least we didn't say Ford wrong. It does have automatic parking.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good for this class.
Same stuff as like the Lincoln. We're used to it. It works well. We like it.
Lincoln is a luxury brand. This isn't, and it actually has that, so that's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Are you?
Thoroughly.
Me too.
Yeah, well, no, I'm actually really impressed when cars can park themselves.
It is actually a really cool thing for cars to have.
That's like high-stakes robot gambling.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I wonder if my $50,000, $60,000 robot can park between these other $50,000, $60,000 robots.
But it's always embarrassing to use because you're that guy pressing the button with your signal on and reversing it for like 30 seconds.
As long as you stick up your hands while the car's turning, people are like, oh, this gangster knows how to use technology.
It's actually very true. So you got to go like this, and then people know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's called flexing.
Yeah, flexing. My car can park itself.
And now for the price.
The price of this all-wheel drive EcoBoost Ford Fusion Sport is...
That you can find new on Kijiji. How much?
$45,588.
Oh, that's kind of a lot.
Is it?
Compared to the Legacy?
It is actually kind of a lot, but this is way faster.
All right, so this or the Legacy, which one would you take?
Let us know in the comments.
No, which one would you take?
Let us know in the comments.
I would take the Legacy.
I would take this one because it's faster.
I need rewinding satellite radio stations.
I'm a child. I want fast cars.
And more comfort and better position for my arms.
Now let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, patreon.com, and the little sponsor button beside the subscribe button.
Sorry for having to say all that. That's life on YouTube.
We have to. Just deal with it. Thank you.
Good review. Good review, sir.
Oh, is this our new thing now?
Just for today. I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. This is a subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe right now. Subscribe. We didn't do that.